Seek help and the stigma. On the news this evening, Army arrests 71 suspected oil thieves in Rivers State, other states. 16 inmates escape from custodial center. Stakeholder, others react as world marks International Youth Day. NBA to defend Ibom Air passenger over assault. On the foreign scene, Israel bombards Gaza City as UK demands action. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Welcome back. 71 suspected oil thieves have been arrested by the 6th Division Nigerian Army in Rivers and other Niger Delta states. The army also confiscated over 33,000 liters of stolen products and deactivated 14 illegal refining sites across the Niger Delta region. The acting Deputy Director of Public Relations, 6th Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jonah Danjuma, in a statement said operations were conducted between July 21 and August 10, 2025. In conjunction with other security agencies. Danjuma also said 2 illegal refining sites were deactivated with over 22,500 liters of stolen crude oil recovered along Kilometer 45 in Degema local government area of Rivers State. He said along Kilometer 45 in Degema local government area, 2 illegal refining sites were deactivated with 22,500 liters of stolen crude oil, while 2 wooden boats used for the illicit activity were demobilized. In Omoko, Ogba, Egbeman, Doni local government area, he said 2 wooden boats loaded with 8 sacks of stolen crude were intercepted. The statement also said around Bazambiri in Nembe local government area of Bayelsa State, troops raided a store where 16 units of 30 liters jerry cans loaded with stolen products hidden in the store, while an illegal refining site with over 1,200 liters of stolen products were also recovered in Biseni community in Yenugwa, Bayelsa State. In another development, 16 inmates have escaped from the Medium Custodial Center in Kefi, Nasarawa State. A statement by the Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Correctional Service, Umar Abubakar, said the incident occurred early this morning. He said the incident happened after some inmates breached the security of the facility and attacked personnel on duty. Abubakar said while trying to contain the situation, 5 personnel sustained varying degrees of injury, with 2 currently serious and receiving urgent medical attention at a government health facility. He said 7 of the fleeing inmates have been recaptured. Meanwhile, the federal government said it has taken steps to rejig the curriculum of the Nigeria Correctional Service following the expansion of its mandate from just a prison system to a correctional service. Moving on, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners in Rivers State is urging all retirees in the state civil service to take part in the verification exercise scheduled to begin on Thursday, August 14, 2025. State Secretary of the Union, Dr. Joseph Agbo, told correspondent Emeka Otoka that the reminder follows reports advising pensioners to boycott the process. Agbo stressed that the verification is in the best interest of pensioners, as it will enable them to benefit from the new minimum pension increase recently approved by the sole administrator.
I'm begging pensioners to set aside what Lily West has said. So please listen to the sole administrator of Rivers State, who have decided to take time and ensure that pensioners of the state are captured for the benefit of payment of their monthly pension. Therefore, every pensioner should go and queue wherever is being designated for him to take the verification exercise. And in case he did not have the necessary paper to help and see how the situation will actually be actualized. Gather your papers, ID card, and BVN, and your passport photograph, and come to the venue.
A correspondent reports that the exercise organized by the Office of the Head of Service will run for 5 days. In other news, youth state join their counterparts to mark International Day, a youth day, young people building careers through skill acquisition. Yamabana, who is also president of the Ogoni Youth Federation, made the call in an interview with our correspondent, Emeka Otuka. He lamented the absence of government policies targeted at the human development of youths across the country and encourage young people to recognize their potential in shaping society.
Why I will call on government to formulate policies and bring about policies that will develop the skills of the youth so that they can be self-reliant. I'm also calling on the youth not to rest on their oars or sit massively on the future analysis and work. Things like that, the skills that the technological market needs. So youth must jump at those that will be left behind.
He also advised the youth to actively participate in politics, stressing that the future of Nigeria rests in their hands.
My charge of the youth is not to be apolitical, is to participate fully in politics. You are aware that the only time Nigeria experienced good governance was when the youth were in charge. When the youth were in charge of the hands of affairs in this country, good governance was in this country. And I can give you instances. The likes of Gowon, when he was head of state, you can imagine how old he was. They're coming back to this our state. The likes of His Majesty Dr. Steve, his landmark project as CEO in this state, till now. Because he was young, he was visionary. And so the youth must come up. And you're also aware that young people constitute over 70% of the electorate. So if we can come together, there is no political offices in this country that we think that we cannot enthrone ourselves.
Some residents in Port Harcourt also spoke.
Most youth that